Hey guys, welcome back to another Morphogen product breakdown. So, I've been wanting to do this one for a little while. This is going to be talking about MorphoBAR. The first box, I realized I had eaten all of them before I was able to do the review. I wanted to actually have a box and a bar in front of me, so I'm on my second box. So, a little bit of a delay, but anyhow, based on the fact that I'd eaten all of them, that should say that they are very good. There's a couple different, couple things that really wanted to accomplish with the bar. So it is what you could consider a whole food bar. I know that is kind of a genre within like the protein meal bar category now. Is getting into more of that whole food type of bar without it being perishable necessarily. But there are definitely some problems within that category, like not having much protein. Like our population, right? If we're gonna eat a bar, like something with 12 grams of protein or maybe 15 grams of protein, it's like it's not really a protein bar. Maybe a snack for your kids or something, but 20 grams here, so it is 20 grams of protein in the bar, and I'll talk about the protein blend and the other ingredients and what have you. So some of the highlights of the bar, it's going to be just like your other products. You'll see this little section right here that's going to kind of tell you highlights of the product, right? So it's high protein, high fiber, kind of high fiber. I'll talk about that. No soy. There's no soy proteins in here. No artificial fibers, no sugar alcohols, and no palm or vegetable oils. That's a big one. And no mono or diglycerides, no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or colors. So it's a very much a whole food bar. So some of the things I really like about this are the fact that going down this list, the protein content of a whole food bar. It's got good protein content for this type of bar. Also the fiber. Okay, so it's really kind of a common thing now to see these bars with these like obscenely high amounts of fiber coming from a lot of these artificial corn fibers are the most common ones that you're going to see. So like these soluble corn fibers it's kind of the most common ones that you're going to see, and they wreck the gut for a lot of people. You just can't eat them in any frequency or quantity without causing some gut issues. Okay, so these bars you could eat 2 at a time if you wanted. You could eat it more than once a day and you're gonna be fine. Okay, so it is designed that way. There are 7 grams of fiber, so that would be high fiber for sure, but not too high of fiber. And this doesn't use a soluble corn fiber. It actually uses a tapioca fiber. Okay, so it's a natural fiber. So far, I've not seen anyone have any issues with it gut-wise. I personally, like something like a Quest bar, I could eat one. I do not really like to eat them. They generally will have like some bit of bloating because basically like pulling fluid into the stomach. So you definitely can't eat them in any frequency or quantity. I can eat these 2 at a time, no problem. I can, fit them into my calories, macros, meal plan, all that stuff, especially if I'm busy. So no issues there. The actual macronutrient profile here, it is very much like a meal type bar. It does have 20 protein, 22 carbohydrates, like I said, 7 are fiber, and 9 grams of fat. So it is not a super low carb bar or a keto bar. It's also not like a super high carb bar, low fat bar. It is very much a balanced profile. Okay, so the no sugar alcohols. Well, again, that goes, that's going to play right into the digestive bit here. It doesn't have things like mannitol or sorbitol. Mannitol especially is very rough on people. Kind of sneak these things in there as a way to make the bar like lower net carb, right? And then you do that, plus you add those high amounts of soluble corn fibers, and you're talking about a bad recipe for the gut. All right, and the another part that I really, really like is the fact that it has no vegetable oils, okay? We're looking at a health food. You know, I do understand why some companies put vegetable oils in there because they're cheap and that's just saving money, and they do taste good, but it's not really what we want in a health bar, okay? Now we need fats in the products that are going to be shelf stable. So we don't want things that are going to oxidize easily and be rancid when we're eating the bar. Not that it's going to taste rancid, but it's going to be oxidized when you're eating it. And we need something that is still, quote unquote, nutritionally acceptable. You know, these vegetable oils are junk, they're garbage. So fats in the bar, you actually have, well, you'll have a couple things. There is this flavor, and I should say this is the peanut butter honey, and there are a couple other flavors on the website that are not available yet. But within the bar, there is peanut butter, okay? And it's just natural, you know, natural peanut butter. It doesn't have vegetable oils and those things in it. There's also coconut oil, so very shelf-stable fat, okay? Very easily digested. So you'll see on here there, of the 9 grams of fat, 4 grams is saturated, so that's going to be basically like your coconut oil, so be high in MCTs. And all right, yeah, so those are the highlights that I like the most. The no artificial sweeteners and flavors is a bonus for some people, especially if they're more concerned about that. So again, I think that the highlights are fantastic. My personal experience so far is, again, they taste really good. They're awesome, especially, so the texture here at room temp is still soft, okay? So it's not like a brick unless you get it really cold. So it is still malleable. In the microwave for 10 seconds is amazing. The textures, it's really good. It's different than, it's hard to describe because it's definitely different. Doesn't have any gritty texture like that super high fiber texture. And it doesn't really have like a very hard bite in the aftertaste with a lot of like artificial sweetener can have, which some people don't mind that. Like, you know, I don't really mind that type of thing, but the flavor is very smooth and, you know, it tastes good. So yeah, no complaints there. Most of the people so far that I've talked to have liked it in terms of flavor as well. Even people that aren't really, excuse me, aren't really much of a protein bar type of person. So a couple other things ingredient wise, there is a blend of proteins. So there's some grass-fed whey and milk protein isolate. Now with that, you're going to get some casein content, right, from the milk protein isolate. It's a whole protein. It's not, you know, concentrated whey. It is going to be, it's going to have some casein content. So you will get you'll get like a, you know, trickle of digestion, right? It's going to be digest at different rates. So again, very much a meal bar, right? And then, like I said, there is some peanut butter here. There is the tapioca fiber. There are protein crisps, which you'll notice in there. You'll taste the crisp, and you also notice they add to the texture, which is really nice. I like the crisp in the texture quite a bit. Honey, so clover honey or organic clover honey is used as part of the sweetening in here, okay? So you'll see that on the label. Also, you know, the peanut butter is going to have like some bit of sweetness and richness to it as well. And then the stevia kind of finishes off. Stevia is the last ingredient because this is very strong, so it doesn't take much to sweeten the bar. It does not have the bar does not have a bitter taste or anything like that you would associate with stevia, which I'm sure is just contributed to the fact that it has the blend of sweeteners in it. And then it does have a little bit of sea salt in it as well, just to balance out the sweetness. But other than that, ingredient profile is rather simple, which is kind of the point. You know, you don't have to like have it turn vertically and look at the ingredient panel all the way down the, you know, all the way down the back of the bar. But yep, that's MorphoBAR, 230 calories a bar. Pretty standard kind of in this, you know, category. Like I said, it's They are shelf stable. Not much else to say other than you should try them out. I really enjoy them. I will be using them based on the ingredients. They're basically whole food as you're going to get with a shelf stable bar. So I definitely will be using them in my clients' diets that need them for convenience. And they are up on the website. The peanut butter honey flavor. There are 16 bars in a box. So I know like a lot of companies will do like a 12 bar box. So 16 bars in a box, because someone asked about price in that. So actually when you're getting 16 bars a box and most people are using a discount code, it's, you know, pretty standard price per bar, plus with the ingredient profile you're getting, these aren't like your, you know, store-bought really cheap protein bars. So definitely a good buy. Check them out. Talk to you guys next time.